Hi everybody, it's Doug again. I'd like to talk to you today about dealing with different practitioners for ailments and the fun of that and some of the quirks of dealing with that. Now, I'm a middle-aged guy, and because of that I have different ailments and a myriad of little injuries that I get dealt with, and I go to different practitioners. And one of the practitioners I go to is my physiotherapist, and she's great. She does a lot of good work on me. She's very thorough. But one of the things she does, if you've ever gone to a physiotherapist, you'll know they break up the fascia if you're having any issues, and they help with the muscle relief. But they also kind of go a little extreme sometimes. So I know I'm in trouble with my physiotherapist when she breaks out the elbow and starts working that on me. One of her favorite expressions to me, if she sees my face getting red, is "Remember to breathe, Doug." And I always forget that, and so I always have to breathe properly so it's not hurting me too much. One of the other funny things that she's always asking me is, "Are you doing okay?" And my answer is always a muffled, "Yep, yep, I'm fine, I'm fine." And she just laughs, knowing that I'm not. I'm in discomfort, but as a guy, I'm trying to be tough through it. And I always tell her, just keep digging. I'm paying you a lot of money for this, so I want a result at the end of it. So keep digging away. Dig till you find gold, I tell her. But she has some funny stories too that she relays to me. And one of the funny stories she tells me about is her husband. She works with him to alleviate some of his pain and his issues. And one of the funny stories she did tell me is she's working on him for one of the first times, and he literally jumped off the table and said, "What the hell are you doing to me? Get away from me. That's so painful. I can't believe people actually pay you to do this to them." And when she's working on him, one of the things he kept saying was, "Ow, ow, 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 that hurts. Ow, 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 that hurts." And she said, "One ow is sufficient. I understand it hurts and it's uncomfortable. You don't need to say it throughout the whole procedure." But that's one of the funny little quirks, and I want to talk later about that, about dealing with a spouse when you're getting a service or something. It is a whole different dynamic. One of the other funny things, though, is that so I go to my physiotherapist. She helps to diagnose sometimes what's going on, what caused my issue. But as I said, I go to other ones. So I go to my acupuncturist, and she was a doctor in another country, and she's adamant that this is what's wrong with me versus my physiotherapist. So she does treatment on me based on that as well. And it's another ow, 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 because the needles are going in. And she's always asking, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yep, I'm fine, no problem." Meanwhile, I'm crying like a baby on the table. And then I go to my third practitioner, which is one of my favorites, is my massage therapist. And she's really, really good. Super thorough. She's a former nurse in another country. She knows the body quite well. But again, she has a different take as the other two about what's wrong with me. She's like, "No, no, no, it's this that you got to get worked on." I'm like, "Okay." So she works on me in the same thing. I'm lying there 50 minutes in torture, and I feel like I'm on one of those medieval torture devices that they put you on for 50 minutes. And one of the funny things is my wife goes to the same massage therapist. She'll go spend an hour with her, and she'll come home and I'll say, "How was the massage?" She says, "Great. I fell asleep after half an hour." And I'm like, "What the hell? I'm getting the same treatment and I'm literally crying on the table." And she's super relaxed and having an enjoyable experience, like music playing, waterfall in the background. It's like a spa treatment, and I feel like I'm on a rack getting attacked for an hour. But it's our differences of our bodies. But it is interesting how they can all sort of connect that way. So one of the things I want to propose to them is I want to try to get them all into a cage and fight it out. All three of them can fight it out, and the winner of the cage match will determine what's my issue and what's wrong with me. But it is tricky trying to figure that out with the body, and it's different when you go to all these different practitioners. But I am grateful I have them, and they are good, and they are all trying to treat me. But anyway, that's my take today, and I hope you have a great day.